Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian and book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today I get to share with you this book called Good Eating, The Short Life of Krill, written by Matt Lilly and illustrated by Dan Tavis. This is the story of krill, who are a very important keystone species in the ocean. They are the food source for many, many different animals, and even though they're super duper small, they make a huge impact. This book talks about the life of krill, and krill have a really complicated life cycle, actually. So as you're going through the story, the narrator is speaking directly to the krill as it's growing and changing and helping to explain for readers exactly what's happening on each page and during each moment of the life cycle. So as you're going through, there's clever illustrations, there's a lot of humor written into the story as well, especially as people know that krill are the ones that get eaten first. So there's a lot of kind of dramatic tension going on in the book as well. Not a huge amount of text on some of the pages, and so you can really focus on the illustrations and what's happening. And then you have a little bit more text on some of the other pages, so it just depends as you're going through the book and what's being shared on each page. Also, the different moments in the life cycle of krill are called out with their scientific name and how to pronounce it. So for readers who are unfamiliar with those things, or for grown-ups who are reading to kids who might not know how to pronounce those words correctly, that pronunciation guide is really helpful. At the end of the book, you have some back matter that goes into a little bit more detail about what krill is, how it supports the ecosystem in the ocean, and a lot of other just really helpful information about krill for readers who are interested in learning more. There's also a list of resources for readers who'd like to learn more about them as well. And it's really helpful not only for young readers to really grasp what the importance of these creatures is, but also just to understand how the ecosystem of the ocean is all interconnected. And a lot of it is around krill. So while this is funny, humorous, and engaging, it's also really informational, and it's well designed for upper preschool and early elementary school aged readers. You can also read it aloud or read it at home, depending on the interest level of the student that you're reading to. But because it is funny and it has those big illustrations, it works well in a classroom setting or at home. If this sounds like a great fit for you or for someone you know, I hope you look for it wherever you get your books.